Thank you for seeing me, Rabbi. I know I don't look Jewish. I know I look like a Hitler Youth, but
It's okay. You're like the Anne Frank of Jews. You've been hiding.
I'll admit I'm a bad Jew.
Technically, everyone thinks we're bad Jews.
I don't know if I feel it, but we're not like great Jews. We're the kind of Jews where like we forget where our menorah is once a year. So let me get to it. I wanted to come here today to talk about other comedians. I'm a comedian.
I like comedy. I go to comedy shows.
So here's the thing. A lot of my friends think I'm gay because I've never had a girlfriend, and that's a good thing because I am.
Fair enough.
Fair enough, right? Thing is, though, like, no one thinks a comedian's gay, right?
Yes and no.
It's not. Well, here's my thought, right? No one thinks a comedian's gay because at least one day a week, wake up after 2 p.m. Wearing gym shorts I've been wearing so long, it smells like a Penn Station bathroom, all right? Yeah, right. It smells like if a Thai place opened up above an Indian restaurant, and then for like no reason, they just have a sauna. I don't know.
Is the sauna included with the meal? If it came with the meal, I might go.
I meant it as like a metaphor, but
Just saying, maybe I would go.
Okay. I mean, if I'm playing with it now, I'm just thinking, like it's not a bad idea, right? Get a tikka masala, get some
No.
schwitz.
Not at all. Probably good for the digestion.
Yeah, I like that.
Not bad.
Yeah. But anyway, other comedians. So this one comedian, right? He has this bit. It starts out. My mom just called me. She just said, I know you haven't had a girlfriend in a long time, but I want you to know if you have something to tell me, I still love you. And all I could think was like, oh, that must be so hard for you, right?
True. Very true.
No, not true. You know what it's really like to come out to somebody? Here's what it was like for me, let me tell you. I cooked my parents a 5-course meal when I came out to them, and at the end of it, she still cries in shame when I tell her that I like to smoke a little dick.
Okay.
It's a smoking action.
I thought you were going to say smoking some salmon, but okay, continue.
Before I get sidetracked, it's annoying to me to hear another comedian go on about like, oh, it's so hard for people to think I'm gay. You know what really takes some balls? Let me tell you what. Serving your dad a cheese course after you admit that you're not really tutoring, Brad from down the street.
Why does Bradley need tutoring? He was so good. So good in Temple and all. He was always good with the numbers.
I was terrible at the numbers. I was feeding them to him along with some other things. I'll say this for him. He's handsome, It's a good-looking man.
He's a good-looking kid. He should not have a problem.
No, he won't. He can work in films.
That's true.
He can bank on it.
True.
Work in some other fields, you know what I'm saying?
No.
But what's annoying to me is I have the opposite problem. Everyone thinks I'm straight,
Not a bad thing on a job interview. Keep going. Continue.
I'll admit this. About a third of my good straight male friends are just dudes I was hitting on who didn't get it. It's frustrating, how I spent my 4th of July? I made ribs for what I thought was a top. Turned out, he's just bad at talking to girls.
You can elaborate on this top terminology.
Oh, okay. Well, alright. You know how, like, with a man and a woman, right? There's a penis, there's a vagina, of course, goes into the vagina. With 2 men, there's no vagina. You can't. You can try.
I am familiar with human anatomy. Continue.
Okay, well, you can try to stick 2 penises together. It doesn't really work. It's called docking. Some people like it, some people don't. There's the guy who acts like the vagina. We call him the bottom, right? He's usually on the bottom of the pile of men. And then the other guy we call him the top, because he's on top. And there are other terms, pitcher and catcher.
Sandy Koufax was a great pitcher. Do you remember Sandy Koufax?
I don't really like sports.
Fair enough. Continue.
So, thank you, I guess. It was great talking to you.
Anytime.
I'm gonna take off.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Should I see you next week?
No, never. Do not ever come back.